welcome to the second video on how to work with different scenes. In this one, we are going to make it so that if we hit the evil rat monster, we will be taken to the death scene, and if we successfully escape by getting the sword and then killing the rat, and then going to the exit, we will be taken to the success scene. So there's two moments in our game where we might be taken to a different scene, if we die or if we succeed. So what I want to do is, so this is, I've already set up the start menu, and I've created the death menu, and I've created the success menu, and I've put all of those into my build settings. The buttons are all hooked up properly. It has the change scene game object in there that's making it do stuff. All of them go back to the game view. So all of that has been done. So if you didn't do that stuff, go back and watch the first video. Now in the game view, we are hooking up the scene changer script in a slightly different way. So instead of a button calling the function, we're going to put the script onto the player. And then when things happen, the player can call the function himself. So I have the player selected, and I'm going to add a third script onto my player, which is the change scene script. So I'm going to drag that in so it goes on after the interaction script. Now I'm going to go back in and open up that interaction script. So there's two spots here. Put code here to make you die, put code here to make you exit the game scene. Now, what I want to do is, if I die, I want the interaction script to look at the other script that is on the player that's called change scene and call the go to scene function from it. So, in order to make one script look at a different script, it's going to get the component that is the other script. So if you remember on a game object, everything that's over here in the inspector, these are all called components. So if we get the component that is called change scene, we'll be able to call it. So I'm going to get component, the component that I want to get is called change scene, and that's a function. So the syntax is a little weird. Get component, and then we're going to do these little angle brackets followed by the parenthesis. From the change scene component, I want to call the go to scene function. So I'm going to put dot go to scene, parenthesis, and then you'll remember that this function requires an argument. So the argument that I need to pass into it is the name of the scene that we go to when we die. And that scene is called death. So I'm going to put in quotes, death. All right, so let me copy that. And I'm going to paste it here. And if we hit the exit, the scene that we want to go to is not death, but success. And I think spelled like that. All right, so make sure that we spell it correctly. All right, so if I save this scene here, just to kind of quickly go over what else I have in here, I have two booleans, have the key, have the sword. If you touch the key, it makes you pick the key up, has key equals true, and then we get rid of the key. If you touch the door, if you have the key, you can go through the door. And so kind of the same thing with the sword. Once you touch the sword, you have the sword. If you touch the rat, it checks if you have the sword or not. If you have the sword, you kill the rat. But if you don't have the sword, you die. And then if you touch the exit staircase, you just go to the winning scene. So pretty easy to win this game. All right, let's go test this out in Unity. My scripts will compile. And let me hit play. All right, so get the key, go through the door, travel through the forest. Beautiful. Now let's just test to make sure we can die. Oh no, we died. Okay, that's working. Let's try again. Get the key. Open the door through the forest. Get the sword. And then kill the rat and he dies. And we have escaped. Congrats, we did it. Play again. Alrighty, so that is how you hook up the change scene script to our player. So just to quickly, on the player, we drag the change scene script onto the player. And now our interaction script will get the change scene component and call the go to scene function, giving it the name of the scene that you wish to go to. That's how you hook that up like that.